Hi, everyone. My name is Ellen Linnihan, and I will be teaching English this year at Brookfield Central High School. And I will be having your child in my classroom at some point. This is my 20th year in the district, and I'm really excited to kick off the school year and get to know your kids and get down to business here. So I will be sending out this presentation along with the video link and the presentation itself so that you can access the different links within this presentation that I'm sharing with you right now. So a little bit about me. I actually went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I grew up in Waunakee, right outside of Madison. And then I continued my education at Austin Peay State University in Tennessee, earning a master's in English and a master's in education. Much later, I actually achieved my national board certification and my other certifications for teaching different courses. This year, I'm teaching English 10 honors and AP Lang public speaking and writing 101, or used to be called writing for college. I have several other certifications, classes that I've taught as well in the past. So I'm bringing a pretty deep knowledge base to share with your kids, and hopefully we'll get them right on track for where they need to be in the English world. This is the cover of my book that came out in 2021. It's called Capturing the Classroom, and I'm super proud of it, but partially why I'm sharing it with you is because I just want you to know that I do a lot of video recording in my classroom, and I share a lot of that with my students as well. A lot of tutorials. So if they're missing, if they are gone for sports, something like that, there really is a pretty easy way to stay connected with my class. And I do have that expectation of them as well. The next one is actually my book that I just sent the final draft off last week to my editor, and it's called Teacher Time Management. So one of my other skills that I hope to really instill within your own kids is the sense of using your time wisely. One of my big analogies is when you roll out sugar cookies and you make rollout cookies, there's lots of scraps of extra dough left over. And what you do with that dough, some people turn them into more cookies, sometimes they make letters that are representative of their name, but they don't just throw them away. And so I want to really instill the idea that that's how our time works as well. So if you have a little scrap of extra time, figure out a way to use it the best way possible so that it actually adds up to a better quality of life in the long run. So I will teach them some of those skills as well, and hopefully really have a great year with them in doing so. This is a picture of my family, and from left to right here, I'll just kind of walk through them. I have 4 children, and all 4 of them actually took my classes here at Brookfield Central High School. So I've been on the mom side in the district and the teacher side. I know the district well. This is Michael. He is just finishing up at Northwestern. My son Sean lives locally, works in sales. He went to UW Milwaukee. This is my husband Patrick. We have been married for almost 34 years. My daughter Madison went to school at Troy University in Alabama. She lives in Florida now, and she's a social media director for American Express Global Business Travel. And my son Ryan went to Harvard, graduated last spring, and is now working for Microsoft out in California. When I was the age roughly of maybe exactly your child, in the fall of my sophomore year of high school, this is who I was daydreaming about because I actually met my husband when I was in the fall of my sophomore year. So kind of puts it in perspective here. For extracurriculars, I run the Distinguished Young Women program for Brookfield and Elm Grove. So it's a great passion of mine. I share a lot of stories in my classroom about this program because it really builds confidence and public speaking skills. So I'm really will share more with the students. If you want to know more about the program, please feel free to reach out to me. It's one of my great passions, and I think it has a lot to offer. And that's that. These are my training buddies, my assistants, my co-editors, etc. My pack. Lately, they're my assistant gardeners. So Luna just turned 13. This is Scout, who's actually my son's dog, but she comes over to play every day while he goes to work. And then Yankee Doodle is a very strange looking golden doodle, but he has all the golden doodle characteristics of his behavior. So this is the week at a glance. And for each class, I have a separate document. on that document, they're all laid out the same way. So I'm just going to open this first one and talk you through the basics of what this looks like. So each week of the course has a separate slide, and I'll change that weekly. On the left-hand side is more long range or ongoing goals and things that we're doing, or access to materials that you might need throughout more than one unit. I also put the daily attendance questions on here because every day we start our day by answering an attendance question, and that just gets us to know each other, and we get to learn a little bit about our quirks and preferences. And it also gets some great public speaking into our classroom every single day. On the days of the week, that's specifically what we're planning to do in class that day. If there is a video available for something that I could replicate, but with video, I've linked it on there. So a quiz obviously doesn't have a link, but something like introductions to, and some of this may be tweaking yet before the beginning of the term. Like, for example, we're not doing the community speech any longer, so I'll be taking that out. But a speech analysis worksheet, that's a document that they would need access to for more than one assignment that we're doing in class. Tim Urban is a TED Talk, so that video is linked there. So generally speaking, things are very up to date. They are definitely up to date by the day that we do that. More than a week prior to it, I might still be doing some tweaking. But generally speaking, you can count on this being up to date at least 24 hours in advance. And it will give you a clear idea of what we're doing in class, what to expect for your child. All right, back to this. The best way to reach me is actually with my school email. Even if maybe you know me in a different context or we're neighbors or something like that, the best way really to reach me is through my email, because then I'll remember to respond in a professional kind of way with whatever documentation or anything that you might be looking for me to share with you. If I get a text message asking for a syllabus, I probably am not going to have that readily available on my phone. So please try to use my school email, and I will really do my best to get back to you quickly. If it takes more than 24 hours, there's a very good chance that maybe I missed your email, and they pile up very quickly. So if you wouldn't mind just going to your send box and hitting send again, I won't be offended if you forward an email that you had sent to me prior to that. And I apologize for any delay that it might cause you. So that's a little bit about me and my classroom. Please feel free to reach out to me anytime if you have questions, but I really look forward to the school year, and I'm getting excited about getting to know your kids and doing some great learning. So here we go, 2024.